November is over, so we're starting our November wrap-up video for her TBR. How did it go?
Very mixed. It went both really badly and also really good. I read a lot of books.
You read a lot of books, but
yes.
not like planned.
Yeah, not like planned. Not the ones I should read.
Yeah.
But I read a lot of books, so I both went really great, but also completely failed. I would say. So it's been a mixed month basically, but I'm still happy with what I read. Yeah, I am excited.
What were you supposed to read?
Well, a bunch.
This was the planned TBR.
Yes.
These 5 books.
This is the books that you picked out for me. My boyfriend got to choose my TBR this month, and I feel extra bad for like failing to read them then, because like you picked them out and I just like didn't. I didn't. I tried my best.
Like you still read a lot, just
I did,
and you did read the books, or the book that I most wanted you to read.
True. That's very true.
Let's go through them one by one and see how it went.
Yes, let's go.
So let's start off with this Savage Song.
And this one wasn't part of the ones that you picked, but this was on my TBR anyway because it's part of the book club, which I did not read at all. I didn't start, I didn't anything. I don't even have time to think about this book because, that just did not happen. Which is kind of sad because I'm really excited about this one, but... yeah, that just did not happen. So, but that feels like kind of okay because you didn't pick this one for me at least.
Yeah.
So
okay.
It's alright.
Sorry, V. Schwab, but maybe next month.
I'll be back for you later.
Also, we made predictions for what you were gonna rate this,
which obviously now we can't.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, but we thought that this was gonna be. Well, I thought it was going to be a 4-star, and you thought it was going to be a 3-star.
3-star.
I still think this is going to be a 4-star once I read it, but I just didn't get to it this month. So
we'll get to it when we get to it.
I'll get to it.
Alright, up next is The Promised Neverland.
Yes.
Number 4. How did this go?
It didn't. I did not read this. I did not begin to read this. I didn't even look at it. It did not happen either. Which is a little bit sad because I know I would love this, but it just didn't happen.
It sometimes just happens.
I just didn't get to it.
I mean, if you see what else she has read this month, I think you'll understand and it'll be okay.
Yeah.
But I was looking forward to reading it as well. But I read some other manga as well instead. So I think it's fine.
Yeah, and so did I, so I'll talk more about that later.
Yes.
I did read some manga, just not the right manga. So, yeah.
Alright, next up.
Oh, and that one also we thought was gonna be a 5 out of 5. Both
of
us,
right.
Definitely.
5 out of 5. Still thinking that. Still definitely want to read it.
Definitely.
So.
It's like, I know I'm gonna love it. I know. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. Alright, next up, Bunny. How about Bunny? Did you read Bunny?
I did read Bunny. I did read Bunny, and it was weird. It was like I said, that either it's going to be like the weird, like too weird for me, but I get why people like it, or it was going to be exactly my type of weird, which is what I absolutely loved it. I thought it was going to be 5 stars, and it was. It was so good, and just like it's so good. So good. I loved everything about it. I just want to reread it. I want to I
remember that one part you read out to me, and I was so confused, but it was so intriguing as well. It was definitely it was great. Like, it sounded really good.
Yeah.
But also you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I feel like the whole thing with Bunny, when you're reading this, you have no idea what's going on during the entire book, basically. Like, you're constantly confused, you have so many questions, you don't understand anything, you don't know what's real, you don't know what's happening, like, it's just like, but that's what's so good about it. It's like, even when I was confused literally the entire book, I loved it, every single part of it, I just loved it. It was just so much fun, so good. I'm obsessed. I definitely want to reread this at some point. It's, yeah, I loved it so much. And I really felt like it was just like a book written to me. Like, all the references in there just spoke to me. Not all of them, but like a lot. Like, a lot of references that just, like, I got. And I was like, oh my god, yes! Like, there was even Taylor Swift in there. Even Taylor Swift and Disney, fairy tales, Mean Girls, like, so many things I love and adore, and yeah, it was amazing. I loved everything about this, and also the ending just had me, like, yeah, screaming out loud. And like the part when I, like, right before I read out loud for you, I was literally like gasping, screaming, like having a full on like meltdown moment of like, what did I just read? And I just had to read out loud for him because it was just so, I need to tell someone about this.
Every few minutes I could see on her facial expression that something was happening, just sitting there, jaw on the floor.
Like, it literally was. Like, I was making all these faces and like, I was shocked and just, it was amazing.
It was great.
I loved it. So, but I do also want to say that it's not for everyone. This book is very weird. Like, very, very strange. But I loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, so I was accurate in my prediction.
Nice. I thought it was gonna be 4 or 5. I'm glad it turned out better though.
Yay!
Next up on the list was Musan.
Musan? Yes, the Muse.
The Muse.
I did read this, but I didn't enjoy it. Or, like, I liked it at first. I was like, oh, I'm so surprised by how much I'm liking this book. But then it just got so boring. I literally never wanted to pick it up. I, like, had to force myself to read. And I think I read, like, 106 pages or something, and then I DNF'd it. Because I just could not continue reading this. Like, I was just so bored. And just, I don't know, I didn't vibe with it. It was so, like, disappointing, because I really enjoyed the beginning of it. I was like, okay, this is weird, but I'm here for it. But then it didn't give me anything. Okay. Like, it's just like, nah.
Was the story what you thought it was gonna be? Like, the person, a writer, as Muse?
Well, ish. I'm not sure. I think it will be leading up to that point, because there is a writer and an artist in there, which I think will be kind of their muse. But I don't know. But then there's also 2 perspectives, and I didn't like the second perspective at all, which is the part I was DNFing in. I just didn't care at all about that person. So it was kind of like, do I really want to read? No. So it was like both about what I thought, but also not really, because it was more about this paintings and stuff and art than writing and books. But it was about that too, but maybe it will be more in the later in the book. But I don't know. I just didn't care enough.
DNF.
It was a DNF.
No rating.
Just not for me. I
no
do think that a lot of other people probably would like this. It just wasn't for me. It just wasn't for me. So,
alright.
It's a DNF.
And lastly, on the supposed to read list, we have The Loop, which I was really excited for. Yeah. How was it going with this? What happened?
I basically just started reading it, like, I don't know, yesterday maybe, or the day before that. I don't remember exactly, but I literally just started this. I am enjoying it so far. Very weird, again. So, a lot of weird books. But I think I'm gonna enjoy it. Like, I don't like some parts of it, but other parts I'm really intrigued by. And it's definitely more, I don't know, like, sci-fi than I thought. Kind of like it has these, like, vibes, or, like, hinting that it will be a lot of sci-fi. So, I think it's gonna be an interesting read, because I don't read a lot of sci-fi either. So, I'm intrigued. definitely gonna continue reading this. So, but I haven't finished it, so I don't have like a rating or anything obviously yet. But
what do we think it's gonna be?
This one you thought it was gonna be a 2 out of 5 stars, and I thought it was gonna be either a 1 out of 5 or a 4 out of 5. And right now it's leaning more towards a 4 out of 5. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes. But I am enjoying it so far. But I'm also very early in the book still, so we'll see.
Guessing that will be in the December wrap-up.
Yes, hopefully.
So that was everything we were supposed to read this month. Now comes the stuff that you actually read as well.
Yes.
Starting off with Hassan.
Yes, which is a poetry collection. And this was actually for an assignment in school where I was supposed to pick one poet and do an assignment on that. But I decided to read the whole book, of course, and this is a reread as well. I did read this back in, like, I don't know, 2016, 17 maybe, so I wanted to reread it, and I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. I thought it was okay, but a lot of the parts I didn't really like. Some of them I loved though, so, but most of the part I was kind of like, not vibing, but
it's nice to get some poetry in though, even if it wasn't that great.
And I love poetry, so definitely not, that's not the reason why it was a 2-star, because I love poetry, so.
The next book that you read in November is Tender is the Flesh.
Yes, I read this pretty early in November. This was part of my October TBR, but I finished it in November, and I loved it, and we have like a whole discussion about this book in one of our other videos, so if you want to see more what we thought about it, then you can go check that out.
The last physical book you read this month, finished this month, the Atlas 6, this big book. Big book.
Look
how beautiful this looks.
So stunning. I love this book.
Yeah.
Like, it's so beautiful. It's stunning. And this was also part of my October TBR, because this is part of the book club. But I didn't finish it in October, obviously, so I decided to finish this in November. And this took me almost the entire month of November and October to finish. This book took me forever to read, because it's very like the language, how it's written is just really tricky. It's like complicated, and it took me a long time to read this, even though I loved it. I love this book. There's
some very intense sentences. Every sentence feels like the author took like a whole day just to write that one sentence, because it's so meticulously written.
Yeah, and it's like difficult words in there, and for me, like, English is my first language, so it's kind of difficult for me to understand a lot of the words and having to look up stuff because I don't even know what's happening. It was just a lot, but I loved this book though. The characters are so dreamy. Love them. I'm obsessed with them. I also thought that it kind of reminded me of the TV series Friends, but like dark. Like a dark version of Friends. They're like banter with each other. These like group of people hanging out. It's just really good. I loved it, but it took me so long to read. It kind of was like, I'm loving reading this, but it also putting me in a reading slump at the same time. Like, this is the reason why I did not even get to a lot of the other books on my TBR, because I wanted to finish this first. But I didn't finish this until like the end of November, so it was just it was just like a lot, but I did love it though.
Yeah, how was this book though? What did you rate it? Was it worth it?
It was definitely worth it, like, definitely. And I have the sequel of it as well, which I look forward to reading. I did love it, but it's definitely like, you should be prepared if you're gonna read this, that this is probably gonna take you a long time to read, or longer than expected anyway, because it's not even like a super long book either. Like, I've read way thicker books than this, but this still took me way longer than almost anything else I've read. it was just, it was just a lot. But I loved it. I thought the characters were amazing, and like there was several moments I was just like, I love them so much. I just like, just want to hug them. I just want to be them. I want to be their friend. Like, I love them. There's not a lot happening in the book. Like, literally almost nothing happens.
Yeah, it was very character
it's extremely character driven. Like, it's all about the characters hanging out together and their personalities interacting with each other, because almost nothing really happened in the story. So, which was unexpected for me. I thought it would, but it didn't. So it was just like very slow when you think about it that way. But also, like, to me, my favorite part was the characters, so like I don't really mind that much. But I feel like a lot of other people would probably hate this book because of it, because nothing happens really. Like, I'm assuming the second book will be more actually happening, because now we know the characters so well.
You have the second book here.
I do, so I'm hoping to read that soon-ish. We'll see, but I'm also kind of scared, because if that one also is going to take me that long to read, like, I don't know.
Your TBR for whenever the month is that you're going to read that book, it's just going to be that book, I guess.
Basically. That one, maybe one more. Yeah, it was intense, but I loved it. I think, I don't remember if I gave it 4 or 5 stars. But I did love it, so...
I think you basically gave it 4, like a high 4 stars.
Yeah, like a strong 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was all the physical books you've read.
Yes.
But there's also a lot of audiobooks you've had, and ebooks and other online stuff. So
it was. I'm just on my phone going to scroll through them on Goodreads. Because, I read a lot of books this month. Even though it wasn't, like, as much physical, I had a lot of other things. So the first thing I had was a Swedish classic, which is like a really short story. I think it's like maybe like, I don't even know, like 3 pages or something, but it's super well known here, super famous, very good. It's called Ett halvt and I loved it. I read it before as well in school and stuff, and it's just this really cute short little story, which I love. And it's pretty sad as well, and just beautifully done. And I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. So that was one of the things I read. I basically read it because, like, I couldn't sleep one night, and I just wanted something short and easy to, like, get into a sleepier mood and like chill, calm down at night. And it was just perfect for that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's only 3 pages, then even I
like
can read
4
them.
or 5 or whatever it was. Like, it's very short though. So, and I just. Yeah, I love it. It's just really cute. And then I listened to an audiobook. It's called The Ex-Hex, which is it's really, really cute, like spooky, witchy romance, basically. It's
romance.
Like, it's very definitely a romance, but it has these like witchy vibes, and it's just like really cute, just super cheesy and adorable, and just fun. Like, it's just fun. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and I just thought it was like adorable. Like, honestly, it was just freaking adorable. I loved it. It was just a good time. I just enjoyed it.
What did you give the other thing again?
4 out of 5 stars?
4 out of 5. Okay.
Yeah, 4 out of 5. Both of those. And then I read I listened to another audiobook after that, which is like a short story collection of like winter stories, kind of. This was also in a Swedish one. It's called Vinternoveller, and actually it might have even been Norwegian first and translated to Swedish, I think. And it was just a cozy like book with like 3 different winter stories in them, and it was just really sweet. Like, just like a cozy winter book, I just wanted to get the vibes of winter. Like, I'm in a winter Christmassy mood, clearly, so I'm like building up to that. So
like, it's December now, and that was your build up.
Yeah, basically
going into the Christmas spirit.
Yeah,
a little
bit.
A
lot of the books that I read in November was me trying to build up the winter hype Christmas, like, yeah. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars, though. It wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but it was still, enjoyable read. Then I read a ebook of like a graphic novel, which was called Pixels of You, which was pretty cute. This is like sci-fi, really gay, cute thing. It wasn't as amazing as I thought it would be, because it was very little of the romance, in my opinion, and I thought it would be more. But I still enjoyed it. It was also pretty short, so that was nice too. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Then I listened to another audiobook.
There's a lot of audiobooks.
Yes, and this one was kind of funny actually, because I was going to listen to, like, there's this Swedish author who writes horror books, because I thought November is still a little bit spooky vibes, so I thought I would, like, I'm working through all of his books. So I was just, like, I'm reading them in the order that he wrote them or, like, published them. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for the next spooky book that he has written, and instead of that, he has apparently written a children's book. So I listened to a cute little children's book by this horror author. And obviously this wasn't spooky at all. It was just a silly, stupid little children's book, but it was cute though. But like, it wasn't what I expected, but like, I'm here for it. I still want to listen to everything or read everything he has written. So it's by John Ajvide Lindqvist, and it was like Sulki och Bebbe regerar okej, which is such a weird name.
What's that
such
mean?
a weird Sulki och Bebbe is like names, and regerar is like rules.
Oh, okay.
Kind of, and it's like ruling, like being a king of something. And it was like, it was mostly just weird. I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Like, it was okay. It's a children's book. Yeah. Not really much to say, kind of. And then I read another ebook, which also was a graphic novel.
You can tell why she couldn't get through all the physical books, because there was a lot of ebooks and a lot of audiobooks.
I read so much audiobooks and ebooks this month. Like, this month was just chaotic. Like, it was so much going on. Like, yeah. So this month was kind of weird. But yeah, I read another ebook, which is a graphic novel. But this is actually a graphic novel adaptation of another book. So it's called Kindred by Octavia E. Butler. And it was this really dark, like really heavy story about like racism, and there's this person that basically like it's drawn back in time to like a time where there was still slaves and stuff, and it's just really, really heavy and dark, like really difficult read, but it was very good still. I think I would like the actual book better though, because for me the art style of the graphic novel got kind of annoying to read. It was just so like an intense style, kind of
visually just exhausting at some
exactly
point.
Like it was just so sharp and like, so it got a little bit to read because of that. So I think I would actually enjoy the real book more. But I gave it 3 stars, but it was like only or mostly because of the style of the art, not because of the story. I feel like the story itself was really good and would have probably been a 4 or a 5 star if it was just about the story. But graphic novels obviously is a lot about the art style, so for me, I gave it 3. The next thing I read was another audiobook. It was called All I Want for Christmas is the Girl Next Door. And
another romance?
Another romance, yes. I've been like kind of into romance more lately than, I mean, I've never been against romance, but like it's growing on me even more. And obviously this is a Christmas romance, which is, exactly what I was feeling like. I think it was also because like the book before that was so dark and heavy. I just needed something cute and happy after reading that. So it was a really sweet Christmas story, honestly. Nice. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cute, and it was kind of like about this, like, you know, wish upon a star, you get your wish come true, but then it's like...
It's not too much.
Like...
That you not what you wanted.
Yeah, not what you wanted. Like, you thought you wanted it, but it kind of wasn't what you wanted. And it's just, like, really, really cute. And it was a lot about, like, family and friendship. And, like, it wasn't just about the romance, which I liked. And I just really liked it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars.
It reminds me a lot of these old Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Or not just Christmas, but movies that I used to watch when I was younger. And there's definitely people, you know, switching bodies.
Yeah.
And with the person that they would love to be. And then realizing, oh, this is not the life that I actually want. I'm much happier with who I am, actually.
Yeah. I love movies like that. Or books or anything with that. Like, I just enjoy it. It's just fun. After that, I read another Christmas book, and it's called In a Holidays. And the biggest reason I read this one was actually because I saw that on Netflix they have this as a movie. So I really wanted to read it and then watch the movie. I still haven't watched the movie, but I still want to. So I really enjoyed this one too, and this one had, you know, being stuck in a time loop, kind of like reliving the same Christmas days, and of course it was a romance as well, and I just thought it was really cute, and I really enjoyed it. Then I also read another little ebook, which was also a Christmas one, but this one was actually a little twist because it was also a Sherlock Holmes Christmas story, which was really short as well, but super cute. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was adorable. It was just like, maybe like, I don't even know, 50 pages or something. Just like short, cute, little mystery Sherlock Holmes Christmas story. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars as well. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, the list is still going, so
yes,
almost there.
Almost there. We're getting there. See, I read a lot of books, just not what I was supposed to read. Yeah. And then I listened to another audiobook. And this one, I have no idea really why I picked this one, but it just popped up on my like audiobook app that I listen on, and I just like, yeah, let's go for that one. It's called Our Wives Under the Sea, and I had heard that this was supposed to be amazing, but I thought it was mostly just okay. Like, I was kind of disappointed. Like, I don't know, it was okay. It was more into the spooky vibes again, by the way. Definitely not a happy story, and I thought it was okay, but it wasn't like, it didn't do that much to me, unfortunately.
Do you feel it was also more character-driven, like Atlas 6, or story-driven? Was that part of the way you didn't like it? I think it was
a mix of both, honestly. But I think it was mostly annoying to me because of the switching perspective. And for me, while listening to the audiobook, it was kind of difficult to sometimes tell them apart and like keep up with what was what and stuff like that. I think I would have liked it more if I read it as a physical book. I think maybe I was just not at the right time and mood to read this book.
Yeah, that happens.
Like, sometimes that happens. I feel like if I would read it again at some other point, maybe I would like it way more. Yeah, but I still thought it was okay. I still enjoyed it. I gave it 3 stars, but it was okay. Like, yeah. And I think definitely other people would, like, clearly other people have loved this way more than me. Like, I've seen a lot of people love this book. So I think I was just not in the right mood to read this. After that, I read another ebook, but this time it was a manga. And this is a manga that I like, that you have recommended to me as a anime. And I thought the anime was pretty cute and all that, but I wanted to try to read it instead, but because I felt like I would like it more as a manga than the anime. So, and I liked it. I'm still first on just the first one, which obviously I've already seen the anime of that. So,
what's it called?
It's called Ascendance of a Bookworm, and it's really cute. And I mean, a bookworm. I mean, obviously it's
makes sense.
Makes sense, but I'm not loving it. I feel like it's very like young. Like, it feels like it's children, you know, so it's like very childish-ish, but I feel like I might like it more further in when it's like getting more into the story, because right now it's like very in the beginning, obviously. But I gave it 3 stars. I will continue this one probably and see if I like it better, but yeah.
I hope you'll get to like it as well. Like, I thought it was a really cute story when I watched it as an anime. And, you know, thinking that you're a bookworm, she's a bookworm, it would make sense. But
it's very cute, definitely. It's very, like, cute. But I think it's maybe, like, that's why I don't like it. Like, it's too cutesy. Like, I need something more than just cute. Like, but we'll see. We'll see.
Was it the last, or is there more?
There is more. There's still a little more. I also read this one Winnie the Pooh audiobook as a falling asleep to audiobook.
That's sweet.
I was like really tired, wanted to listen to something to fall asleep to, so I listened to this Winnie the Pooh Disney short story. It was like 10 minutes maybe or something. It was just really cute. So yeah, I give that one 3 stars too, because, you know, it's very, you know, childish, you know, but I liked it. It was cute. It's just I just wanted to fall asleep.
Yeah, for falling asleep, I can definitely get that Winnie the Pooh is very
It was very good. I love Winnie the Pooh, so yeah. It was really cute. So that's all the books I read in November. It was a lot. I don't even know how many books that was.
Wow,
I felt like that was so many.
We should count them up, see how many
we should. Do you want to do that?
Yeah,
I read 16 books in November.
Yeah, 16 mixed physical audiobooks.
Yeah, all the mixed together. My God, that's a lot of books.
There's a lot of books for 1 month.
Yeah, it was a very intense month, definitely.
How would you rate this month of books? Everything you've read, how you feel about?
I feel like it was a good month because it was also very mixed. Like the genres, I had some spooky, some dark, some sad, some cute children's books. I had like a mix of it all: fantasy, sci-fi, romance. You know. It was a good month, definitely. It wasn't what I thought it would be, but it was definitely good. And I mean, Bunny.
Bunny is your favorite book, Bunny?
Bunny is definitely my favorite. And Tender is the Flesh. Both of those, absolutely loved. But Bunny is Bunny. Bunny is Bunny. I loved it. So it was definitely a good month.
Alright, that has been the whole TBR for November. It didn't go as planned, but we hope you still enjoyed the video, and yeah.
It was a good month. I hope you liked it too.
Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.